Sunrise Videos. Who's having a terrific morning so far, right? Pretty good morning. It's going to be a great morning. Why? We're going to go from dropping real truths to even more real truths while it is still stand-up comedy, where we get to just laugh and play and maybe temporarily be confused, but then I'll just retell the same joke and then we get to benefit. Is this content different from all the other content? It's not meant to be, but temporarily it is. When we are eating up content on the internet, what are we doing? This is what I see and what you might be paying attention to, which might be an inkling tickle of OMG, I get it now. This is how you consume a YouTube video. Hot Girl Entrepreneurship Club video. Or YouTube/X post, which is slightly ahead. Put a pin in that. You meet a video with a cute cover page. They call it a thumbnail. Now, your brain is open to being entertained from that thumbnail. You open it to listen to the hook, right? There's a hook involved. You're listening to it. Pretty interesting. You don't even bother with the intro portion of it because you slide your thumb right to the middle and you're like, just give me bullet points, get to the point, right? How many videos have you watched in this fashion? A few. Are you willing to put up with temporarily bad lighting before the sun rises? How are you when the audio quality isn't perfect? What happens when you get 4 or 5 good points from one video? What happens? Because you have to watch 20 videos just to get one good video. And so now you're experiencing here YouTube, here Hot Girl Entrepreneurship Club, here Silicon Valley Thought Leaders as a normal person who's really, for NP, normal person, it's completely, what's up? Completely non-player character, because we are getting programmed by the algorithm if we have never programmed it. What are the default NPC ways for programming our algorithm? Here's what they are. Going live chat to live chat, trying to get the speaker to say or do something in reaction to them. Hey, pay attention to me. I'm one of your viewers. 2, NPC trait number 2, which is upvoting, downvoting, or trying to get a video banned, right? Because now we have attempted to cancel somebody. And maybe you haven't tried to cancel somebody. This is what people do that are non-player characters that feel like their algorithm controls them. And people, trait number 3, people actually joke about it. Oh, yeah, I just doom scroll. Why? What do you have going on for Thursday night? Do you want to hang out? Oh, I thought I saw your text message, but gosh, I get so many text messages that I don't read the text messages that people are connecting with me in the real world. I'd rather connect with the Oriental cowboy who does these videos where he goes from darkness into light. Bullet point number 6. Did you realize that when people share videos, sometimes they're actually devilish videos? I'm not talking about you sharing my Christian-based, awesome stand-up comedy, comedic videos. I'm not. I was hanging out with a girl, and she shared with me this video, and she said, "Oh, what did she say?" She said, chick words that I'm having a hard time coming up with their gestalt and syntax. Hot Girl Entrepreneurship Club, as Vagina Whisperer, you can see sometimes I'm not that astute. Dimensions, that's the word she used. That I'm multi-dimensional. What? Okay, let's say that I am multi-dimensional, which it is. There's one dimension for us all, which is the dimension of moving through time. Here we are moving through time. As a person who now can see and bend reality, your reality, it's seeing that time can be gamified. Remember, we're talking about NPC, and this is not bullet point number 11, which is the gamification of time. Component number 1 is time extension. Notice that when my stand-up comedy goes to try to sell one thing, or go from 0 to 2, or escape the most magical and cursed number in the world, which is 0, notice how people get hesitant about coding themselves off from a 0 component. And that's where the programming first occurs for us transitioning from non-player character into a legendary human being that is the hero of their own story. Bringing these things into a, not conclusion, but into a cheat code, since we're talking about playing. Here's the cheat code. Can you read ahead in your life story? Can you have a future version of you talk to your present version? Are you able to ever laugh? Are you able to ever be thankful? And that's these dynamics for coding up your doom scroll, because everybody's on a doom scroll right now. People just don't know it. Let's back up a slight little bit to catch up. I recognized that certain family members were hooked on newspapers, and it turns out those people were trying to just doom scroll the news as like a form of opiate. Now that the internet started to take off, initially Facebook News was a roll of news that was not mainstream news, that were just entrepreneurs sharing their knowledge in and amongst themselves. Now everybody is forced onto the Facebook style of news feed, where we get our news from our 20 to 3,000 favorite people, which are quote unquote influencers. Influencers are driven on likes and subscriptions. So as an influencer, how non-player character am I not by not chasing likes, not chasing subscriptions, and also not chasing popularity at all costs, which is bring me right back to the news flash, which is this semi-cute female sent me a devil occult video unknowingly because it was 15 minutes of talking about dimensions and some explanations for, not explanations, it was a video that was thinking about pretending, having people pretend to think about thinking. At, I think, minute number 14, she casually drops in that's a sixth dimension of making yourself slightly better is 666. What? My jaw dropped as I snippeted that post, and then I thought about us here this morning with how do we watch a YouTube video? Because if you're watching it casually in the background, that's like the old devil records where they put horrendous messages inside of music. That's what's going on right now in some of your doom scroll feeds. And if you guys are listening to these videos while you're falling asleep, you should be thankful that I'm a Christian and hilarious and putting you to sleep to some pretty good educational content. Solutions and countermeasures for us to step towards a new destiny. Solutions and countermeasures for us to step towards a new destiny. Do you like how Christian cross, the towards, is stepping towards a new destiny? Stepping towards a new destiny. Together, we can study group, not in a Christian way, but in a self-improvement way that's biblically not based, but based, which is hashtag CHA15, Joe Dispenza, Becoming Supernatural. And I'm not saying, oh, everything that is self-improvement is awesome and Christian. I'm saying that it feels like day number 35, 36, 99, and number 1 are super similar because it's choose your own adventure. Because day 1 was choose your own adventure, that's what we get to do if we choose to no longer be an NPC. 1, maybe we should get out of debt. 2, maybe we should get off of 0. 3, maybe we should connect in a way that you've never connected before with a YouTube producer. Step number 4, maybe definitely execute a connection, which is editing 15 seconds worth of content that you found affected your brain. And that next bullet point, 6, you were able to expand on a prior, where you went to a past old thing that is to you a new thing. And because it was an expansion on a prior, now you cut, snippet, paste. Hey, Dan Martell, I was thinking about this concept that you had in a video, empowering people up to a $500 cost. Hey, Larry Chang, I was thinking about doing a joke franchise because that was point number 8 in the 72 tips. And wow, this joke franchise thing of UTE week, this joke franchise thing of Duck 9, this joke franchise actually ended up going like a snowball down a hill. Expansion on a prior snowball. Number 70. Getting to 6.15 hundreds of dollars on 1 gig. So that would be $615. Expansion on prior for connecting day X of the 99 days of Christmas. Exactly! Day X of the 99 days of Christmas, day Y of the 99 days of Christmas, day YC of the 99 days of Christmas. Because 99 days of Christmas is bonus time. Kind of like you're in a video game, and instead of unaliving at the X minute, X year mark, we are continuing to thrive, and continuing to have more blessings of extra days of Christmas because we get to pick how many days of Christmas we want. I picked 99 in my transition from NPC to regular player, to legendary player. Bam! That was a good video. Now we can just hang out because there's no more pressure for us to execute all of our bullet points. What do you guys want to talk about? The reason chapter 15 is awesome. The reason chapter 15 is so awesome is that Joe Dispenza only wrote 14 chapters. And do you see how instead of letting a book program me, now I am also programming the book and programming the author. This is exactly how to control the author of a book that you read. Nadi Shodhana breathing for the win. Everybody together. Thumb over your right nostril in through the nose. Out through the nose. In through the nose. Out through the nose. Notice when we do something so basic like chewing food loudly, and then we see an animal doing it, we're like, oh my God, that's so cute. But when a human does Nadi Shodhana breathing, we're like, ew. Why? It's like porn for entrepreneurship. All the porn and content for startup porn is not even real porn. It's after the startup has gotten up and going, which is why school does not teach you how to be a good entrepreneur. It just teaches, if it teaches entrepreneurship at all, sexy, not porn. Do you have any friends that are addicted to corn? Well, that's not good, because what it does is it affects your real world relationships, which is why I bring an element of first base into all of my videos. Why? Because people have lost the ability to stay at first base. Look at how many Netflix TV and Amazon videos where a heterosexual man and a heterosexual woman kiss on TV with content that's recently made. Especially what women are watching in their algorithm. It's completely skipping first base. This is a problem, and this is also why I'm the pattern recognizer scouter that discovered that females are using butt as the new first base. Where, why is ass the new first base? It shouldn't be. It should be mouth to mouth. But that is too intimate And that's what happens when your consumed content on YouTube does not show female and male, hetero to hetero for space action. And we are able to now see, oh my God, that's completely astute and accurate as pattern recognition, because why does it not occur as much? Is that a intended thing, or is it trying to get us in the mass of humanity in the middle to disconnect from each other? Is that Confessions of an Economic Hitman that has come home? Is that When Money Dies, Extinction Burst? Yes and yes. And if you didn't laugh because you're not a macroeconomic theorist, let me walk you through those details. Confessions of an Economic Hitman joke explained is this: Americans have been lending money to third world countries in the hopes that their money never gets paid back, and then collateral gets extracted when the default occurs. Guess what? Since every exported US dollar has this effect, now we are, after consuming all the other countries, now the economic hitman has come home. And that's the explanation of that complex joke, where if you laughed, you are understanding that corn solves this. Am I pun, double entendre, triple entendre, sextuple entendreing in a 5-way plus one? Yes. Here's how it dovetails to Adam Ferguson's money. When money dies. Inflation, hyperinflation, not understanding why a DVD now costs $40 where it used to cost $1,000. Because the world is technically deflationary, and if you're a Keynesian, the NPC forcing of, dare I say, slavery of the middle class. Hey, did you just explain the war on the middle class during your sunrise video for NPCs? You think? That's what makes these videos different, because now you can be saved. Not on Noah's Ark, where there's a requirement to meet Noah. You don't even need to meet me. We can do this over YouTube, over Hot Girl Entrepreneurship Club. What are we doing? We're no longer going to be eaten alive by our doom scroll newsfeed. No longer. And let's say you're not addicted to the news and having it consume you. Well, you're definitely working 2 jobs to try to cover everything, right? You're definitely not happily spending $80 on open mic night, and the economics of going out are massively decimated, which is why I roll ass right now at grocery stores. I don't even go to clubs anymore, because that arbitrage, except in Miami, why does it work in Miami? It's kind of the money laundering capital of the world, where other countries, when you escape the other country, now you live in Miami. And it's not all fake and it's not all bullshit, but it does require you to step up your game. Oh, right in line with the purpose of this video, which is stepping towards a new destiny, leaving behind us being NPCs. Cool, right? I think it is. And it was great to hang out with you. It was great to hang out with you. Hot Girl Entrepreneurship Club. I'm not going to say that was a great video as a homage to my uh, skills. That was a video that perfectly summarizes the whole Adam and Eve apple, because the apple in this case is tempting females. Like, why didn't the serpent tempt the male? Why did the serpent tempt the female, and then the female then tempts a male? This is what happens when women lead, and there needs to be a 10th level of dimension where not Larry is your daddy, but that it culminates back to an awareness of us connecting to God. Because look at some of, I'll just say what I'm thinking because we're together and this is just honesty. Look at what happens when females start accidentally sharing Lucifer inspired 666 videos. Like, I think there's some requirement for the retards that follow Lucifer to declare that they're not just lost sheep, but they're actually trying to recruit other people under Club 667 -1. Club Retard. The upside down cross that Peter got crucified as is their logo. And so the 9 dimensions video, it's got a secret code that isn't even secret, because she says, oh, at level 6 we're coding the matrix, and now we're explaining what 666 is. You're an idiot. And we can re-edit the stuff, which is the same way that we're re-editing videos that we watch, which is affecting our algorithm by programming our algorithm by editing videos that our friends watch that we now can recode. And recoding those videos, I recommend that you not even touch them. But I do recommend, with a video that I did that resonates with you, for us to connect in a way where you say, this is what I heard, this is an expansion on a prior.